Looks like you've been added to the close friends list. Welcome to the new and improved Close Friends List podcast, your weekly dose of laughs, gossip, and really whatever pops into our mind. As you know, the close friends list is always changing and always evolving, so make sure you stay a part of ours. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts and on social media at Close Friends List Pod. We're so excited to have you as a close friend. Now, on to the episode.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Close Friends List podcast. We're so excited.
I was about to start saying something and then you started and I was like, she's taking it. She's taking the lead.
I'm
She's
taking the lead today because I need to. And it's 9 o'clock and we are out 7:45, 8:45, 9. We're almost 2 hours behind if you round up. 2 hours.
You really round up.
We're really going behind the curtain today, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, between daylight savings time and now it's practically 12.
The way that daylight savings was a month ago, but
Yeah, I know. I was like,
I am feeling it. I am feeling it.
It feels like
so-
midnight.
it's
at
definitely
this
like
point.
so dark. Like I get it. Yeah.
And we're all working girlies and we all have work tomorrow. So, and I have a new
So-
job.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
How are you
How's your
guys
new
this
job?
week?
You tell us about your week because you're ready to go.
Yeah, you're ready to go. Go ahead.
I'm ready to go out of the, I can't think of the phrase.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
Out of the jump,
I
out of
don't
the
know.
get go,
Out of the gates or whatever
gates.
the
Okay.
horses do, something like that. Yeah. How's my week? My week was great. I started a new job in the architect at an architecture firm. I know absolutely nothing about architecture. I honest to God thought it was just drawings, and then they were showing me what they did. I'm like, oh, you guys are like
Doing
actually
it.
like doing stuff. But yeah, it's super.
Love.
I've had lots of great moments already. I'm learning so much on YouTube, and yeah, I went
I
to
can't
my
wait for you to carry that over into the podcast. All the things you're
Drag
learning.
her.
on YouTube. No, I'm learning
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Oh, about architecture.
About
I see.
architecture.
I thought
And
you
you
were
can
learning
learn
about
on
YouTube.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I
I'm
see.
attending YouTube University.
I see.
Yeah.
But I did upload the short to YouTube today.
God
so
bless.
thank you. I will say
I saw that
technically-
posted and I was like, wow.
because it takes me 10 minutes now.
Well,
That's
and we
why.
love
Yeah.
that.
I'm able to, I got 2 hours in between work and then the pod. I'm like, I'm going to do that to do this. So it
We
takes
love.
10 minutes. Actually, today's took me 30
Popping
minutes.
for you. I'm gonna be honest.
Thank you.
It's a
It-
little tough when you're not involved in the episode because you're like
Yeah.
not looking
one,
for it.
yes, but it
Yeah.
was actually more difficult this time because I spent the 10 minutes to edit it and then I posted it on TikTok and realized that Aaron posted the same clip, or maybe it was you, Katie. Someone posted the same
Oh,
clip
interesting.
yesterday. Mind you,
It was
I
me.
haven't listened to this
Yeah,
episode,
right,
the second one
right,
yet.
right.
And we pulled the same clip about like rage reviews
That's
for book
crazy.
talk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I hadn't been on
Interesting.
TikTok all day, so I didn't see it. So I'm like,
Right,
okay,
right.
delete. Let me go find another.
I see. So, the
But I'm pretty
extra-
sure I did text the group chat. Hey guys, I'm pulling the rage reviews.
I
clip."
know you did,
And
but
Katie was
But I
like,
didn't know what you were referencing.
Right.
Like I
Okay, That's a
didn't,
good point. That's a good point.
because I wasn't there.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
so like
right,
rage
but it still said
reviews-
rage reviews, and then it
But
said rage.
I cut Savannah's part, so it was just Katie's blurb of like, and I did all
Oh,
my
like
notes.
cathartic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like that's the part that I
yeah.
did, and then I
Oh,
saw
okay.
yours, and then yours started with Savannah's. I'm like, oh, let me finish this. And I'm like, the last 10 seconds are literally the clip
Exactly what I just pulled.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
no, I remember
funny.
that text, but I wasn't like putting two and two
together.
together.
Fair.
Love.
Anyway,
On
He
it
pulled
this
the
week.
clip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new clip.
pulled
You'd
a
love to see it.
clip.
Yeah.
That was my week. I mean, yeah, work is going very well. I got to wear my little hard hat, my vest. And I'm getting like steel-toed boots because I'll
Ooh,
be
A
on
hard hat.
site.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like in a little meeting with like the construction people and like all that stuff, and I was like, I'm like an actual like industry girly. I'm like in the
Yeah.
field, you know. We love women in STEM, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Love that.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Not bad. Well, also, I guess we should kind of talk about the other week too, because we didn't meet for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was this week. And then last week was
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Like I said, I got to sleep so much. It was amazing. Me
Yeah.
and Katie and Nikki went to see Gladiator,
Yes.
and it
Slay.
Yeah.
changed my life.
Which I love.
That was last
Yeah.
week, right?
It was
I think that was
almost
2 weeks ago.
because we met on Thursday, movie Friday, and then
Oh.
last week was Thanksgiving. But
Yeah.
we should recap Gladiator, honestly. So
Oh man,
you really
Okay.
slept a lot last week.
Jeez Louise.
She's like, what is it? What day is it?
Okay, yeah,
No,
no,
but yeah, we had an amazing time in that IMAX theater.
that was great.
Yeah.
I had popcorn on both sides, like double dipping. It was really great.
full theater, you know,
Mhm.
because Wicked also came out that weekend. So
Mhm.
everybody was at the movies.
Yeah, I got to sit in the middle of the
Yeah.
sisters, and it felt great. So
Mm,
Good times.
Yeah.
I love that.
How was
Erin,
your weekend?
me, my week. Okay, so Thanksgiving. Let's see. Thanksgiving, I drove to San Francisco, where my sister, brother-in-law, and nephews and niece are. Loved it. Loved hanging out with them. Number one form of birth control. Like it literally
Absolutely.
is just no, not for me. No, thank you. And so I don't stay with them at their apartment. I have a hotel room like 8 minutes away, and I'm just living my best life. And the bed, like those beds there are so comfortable. I stay at that hotel every single time because I'm like, these beds are like clouds. Like
Home
I
away from
love
home.
this.
Mhm.
Exactly. But yeah, so then I came back to LA, immediately had to move. Like you may see I'm in a different setup. Like my walls are
Mhm.
blue now, different room, in the same apartment. But yeah, it was a mess because also the temperature change from LA to SF was like 10 or so degrees, but it was enough that I got sick. So I've been sick the past like week, and then also having to move, and then also like the dust that is involved with moving, and I'm just like, this is a mess. So today's the first day that I'm feeling like better, but yeah,
Because
but
everything's
that
clean
was
now. You moved, everything got
Exactly.
dusted, you
Yeah.
know, everything's clean.
exactly. I have a new
fresh.
setup, and
Mhm.
so
And then you're leaving.
and then I'm leaving, and then
Yeah.
I'll be in Virginia. But yeah, so that's that on that.
Let's see. I went to Gladiator, and then Thanksgiving, we just hung out with the fam and some family friends. I did see Wicked on Black Friday.
Thoughts?
9 a.m. packed theater, you
Yeah.
know. The further out I get from it, the less I'm like
Mm.
entranced by it, I guess. Like I was there and I was having a good time, and then I left and I was like, there were some things wrong with that movie, but that's okay. You know, like
Yeah.
it was still a good time. You can still have fun. Then okay, so now all my Christmas stuff is set up, which we love. But the main thing that I want to talk about during this period of time is I need to come clean about something. I need to be honest on this podcast. I've been rereading the Twilight books because
I knew that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. So the thing is, I read them when I was 15, and at the time I was Team Jacob, which is fine. We love that. Well, at the time nobody loved that, but
Right.
Yeah.
I've only read them the one time, and now I'm reading them again. This is the second time I'm reading the books, and I am still Team Jacob.
Yeah.
I was bullied into being Team Edward, I think. And there was the Robert Pattinson of it all at the time.
Yeah.
But like reading the books again just reminds me like why I made that choice when I was in high school. And I was like, it was the right choice. Let's throw that out there because, and you guys, everybody can come for me all you want, but I have valid points about this, and I will not be backing down. I will not be embarrassed anymore. I will not be
Stand your truth.
Persuaded by the masses. New Moon is the best book in the series for Jacob, obviously, but Edward, I mean, Twilight Edward, I was down bad when I was rereading it. I was like, I get it. I get what happened here.
Yeah.
Then book 2 comes around and she completely assassinates this man's character. Him leaving her the way that he did is like, and it's irredeemable to me. Like he comes back at the end. The whole thing in New Moon is anytime Edward's around, I hated the book because I was like, I hate you. And he's He's not groveling. He's not apologizing. Bella straight up like folds like a lawn chair when he comes back. And she's like, don't even worry about it. I love you. He's like, I am bad for you. And she's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, he is. He's right. He's bad for you.
Yeah.
And, you know, Jacob has his issues, but we have to remember he is a 16-year-old werewolf. She leads him on the whole, I mean, the whole book, they're holding hands, they're hugging. He's got his arm around her. It's like, I mean, at one point, Bella admits they're basically in a relationship. So, like, what is he supposed to think when all of a sudden you're dropping everything to go save Edward in Italy and he's
in Italy
and Jacob's crying in your childhood home, begging you not to go. And it's like,
she's like, okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Edward didn't need to die. Like, that's fine. No, he was trying to kill himself. But you know, it's like
spoiler.
Yeah. But anyway, so now I'm like, the end of New Moon pissed me off because they're back together and I'm like, I hate it. And then now I started Eclipse and I'm like, I still hate him though. Like he's still being a gaslighter and he's being manipulative. He's lying to her right now about something else. Like
he wants hundreds of years old. He knows the game.
I mean, 107, but like, what are you going to do? It's like, that's the other thing. Like looking at it, even at the time, I'm like, he's being weird and manipulative and he's old, so he knows. So I just had to come on because I feel like at one point I definitely said I was Team Edward, but
you have to speak your truth.
I feel like you said you were like, I
did admit that I was Team Jacob
in the book.
Yeah. And I really have this feeling. I haven't read Breaking Dawn since high school. I've only read it the one time, but I really feel like Stephenie Meyer knew she had to do something to make Jacob like irredeemable. You know what I mean? So like him imprinting on that child. Like, she did that because she knew the girls would be pissed if like, you know, I mean, whatever. She knew that would like set him to be like the wrong choice, basically. So she had to do something because otherwise, like, I was texting in the group chat this week. I was like, if I was reading these at the time of publishing, I would be livid. I would be so livid that they ended up together. So I feel like she just like dropped that at the end just to be like, also Jacob was like not the right choice.
Also, he's creepy. Moving on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, speaking my truth, and I'm Team Jacob, and I will not be convinced otherwise. I'm sorry. You can clown me all you want, but there's points here. There's points.
You're supported here.
Thank you. Because when you read the books, you're like, God, Jacob, he may be a whiny bitch sometimes, but like he has feelings. You know what I mean? It's like he's just sad. Anyway,
he's just a sad boy.
Clearly, I've just been reading this week, and that's okay.
We love that.
I wrote a 4-paragraph essay on Goodreads about why I'm Team Jacob. I was like, I'm coming with the receipts.
Okay. Wait, I need to go read that later.
No, and then I saw Savannah's, and she's like also Team Jacob. I was like, honestly,
it makes sense.
Yeah, this is everything that I needed. This is everything that I like. If you're Team Edward, like, I'm sorry, you're wrong, and you need to talk to somebody about that.
Yeah,
truly. Anyway. That was my week, but on to the holidays. My Christmas tree's up. We're here to talk about some holiday, some holiday vibes.
Yes, I have a question for you girlies before we get started into our topic of the week. Would you rather be a city girl who goes to a small town in a Christmas movie or a small town girl forced to go to the big city?
City girl that goes to a small town.
That was I was thinking the same thing.
100%.
I was thinking the same thing. Like,
I feel like those are more like wholesome. She gets humbled and she meets the rugged guy that tells her how to slow down in life.
The rugged guy who's like chopping wood for her. It's the trad wife for you.
It is. That's very telling. But I'm like,
roots. Yeah, exactly.
And then whenever I watch those like Christmas movies, I'm like, okay, love that for you. But then now she's like forced to stay in this small town when she has like this amazing popping job.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what are we talking about? Like, she's making
me. You know, it kind of depends on the situation, because one of them that I put in the group chat to watch, like, she gets fired from her job, so she has to go. Like, you know, it's kind of like, you know,
but she's usually like a lawyer or something, like exec or something. Yeah,
literally. I feel like the ones that were like circa 2010, like those like Hallmark movies, they were always like,
they just feel good.
Yeah.
Jane, you need to like go and like
you work too hard.
Discover this person and then also like take a break, like go back to your roots. And then she's like, and I quit. like at the end. And you're like, wait.
The magic of Christmas.
Yeah.
What happens when summer comes around, girl?
Oh, it's gonna be rough when you're working on
Exactly.
the farm.
To work on the farm, sweating.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
House stink, like
raw milk everywhere. Yeah.
Although we both just said that would be our preference, but
I'm like, yeah, me.
I'd take it.
I think so too.
Because if I went from like a country girl to like the hustle and bustle of New York City, like I think about those Amish kids that do Rumspringa, and they are like, and that's just a day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't imagine. No, it's too much.
The way I was
shock.
just watching a TikTok like 17-part episode of like Amish kids getting bathing suits for the first time, and because that popped up on my like For You page, and I was like, this is weird. But then like the guy got like so upset at the girl because she was wearing a 2-piece, and he was like, that's my girlfriend, like how dare she wear that? But I'm like, you have your whole top out too, like you're just wearing shorts, so what are we talking? Anyway.
Although it is like when I'm thinking about those movies, I feel like it is cringier watching someone go to the city because you're like, you just stepped in front of a moving vehicle. Like I'm cringing versus when they're doing something wrong on the farm where it's like they don't know how to like get on a horse. It's like it's kind of endearing. It's not as like cringy. I don't know. So I do feel like going to the city is like definitely like shell shock.
It's too
on
much
this situation. Like
it's
you're trying to hail a cab and it's embarrassing, and it's just like, what are we?
It's way too much. Sensory overload, I feel like.
For sure. I just know I'm not a farm girl, so I'll be I'll be to that big city, and I'll be moving on. So I'll see you guys at the airport.
Exactly.
And I'll be like, I'm like, I need to leave this small town and discover who I am and become a singer-songwriter in LA. And that's what I'll be.
And there we go. End
there
of that.
Go.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Find your true love in the same time, find yourself in your love.
Exactly.
What more could you want? What would the title of your Hollywood, or not Hollywood, your holiday movie be?
I have no idea. I feel like
I really don't know
cheesy.
either. Yeah. Because there's just so many like random ones like that mean nothing, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
or like your tagline. I think like my tagline would be like, she stole his horse, he stole her heart,
oh
or
my
something
God.
like that. Like I'm a big city girl, and I've loved
You're
horses
like,
my whole
I need
life,
to get
but like I've never been able to like go to a farm because I've just worked so hard, and then I finally fulfill my dream to like go ride a horse in the field or whatever, or like
you're
whatever.
like you like taking a walk in the snow, and like you're like, there's a random horse just sitting there in this
and it's like an allegory
place.
at like the end of the movie of like, I was the wild horse all along,
and he tamed me.
Oh my God. Okay, now you have me thinking, and like mine would definitely be more like a Hot Frosty situation where like something came to life, like a Krampus maybe, or like a, you know what I mean? But I don't know what the like title would be, but something maybe like Krampus related, like
God, crinkled hair and crampled boy. I don't know.
Crinkled hair.
He said, let me drag.
Yeah. I don't know.
So funny. Like I feel like I would want like the Princess Switch moment, or like something like where I'm just magically meet a prince in the big city, but like the prince is just like a wealthy man. So
small town like dreams, big city
living,
queens or something. small town. What rhymes with bag?
Tags.
Tags. Milk tags and big bags. I don't know.
That sounds crazy.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny.
That would be nice though.
This one took a turn for sure.
I know.
Ready. I feel like you like envisioned your Christmas movie already.
You guys don't like drive down like neighborhoods and just like during it's Christmas time and you're like just envisioning like you're in a music video, you're in a movie or something?
No, but I have been watching a lot of Krampus TikToks.
Oh.
They're like coming up to girls in Austria and like like being hot.
Krampus?
Yeah.
Being hot?
Yeah.
He's kind of scary. Krampus?
Are we
thinking of the same Krampus?
Yeah, we're gonna circle back to
this.
Another episode.
Okay.
It's on my list.
Because I'm thinking of a scary Krampus.
Yeah. We'll come back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, put a pin in that.
Cryptic.
I promise it'll come back around. Next week,
it'll
you'll be
come
like,
back.
oh, I get it.
Okay. Fingers
so
crossed.
funny.
Yeah, fingers crossed, I guess,
Fingers
for me.
crossed. Now
I'm going to
nervous.
look like a clown. But
That's
Did
so
you guys
funny.
see that holiday movie where these kids write to Santa, but they can't spell, so they're actually spelling out "Dear Satan," and Satan gets so many letters that he just decides to like
give Chris.
That is not.
It's like a horror
movie.
Yes, it's a
Ooh.
movie. It's like I think
No,
it's a
I've not
horror
watched
movie, but
it.
it's called all the kids can't spell Santa, so they keep saying like "Dear
That's
Satan"
so fun. I'm
for
gonna
like
look
their
into
letters and stuff. I mean, I personally wouldn't watch it. I rebuke that, but
Well,
I,
as you said it, I'm like, that sounds like something that would abandon your home.
oh,
so-
I know,
absolutely. I don't
literally.
even like saying that out loud. So
yeah.
You
yeah.
said
I said the S
Santa
word.
like mixed up
Yeah.
too many
Yeah.
times
Wait.
already.
Wait,
on
it's
this
a new
pod.
one that just
Yeah.
came out with Jack Black.
Uh-huh.
Dear Santa. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I have heard it's the worst movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like I've not heard one good thing about it. Everybody who's watched it literally hates it. They gave it like a 0.5 out of 5
Oh,
on
That's
Letterboxd.
so
Like,
crazy.
yeah, people hate this movie.
I mean, the
'cause-
Okay,
premise
slay.
yeah, it's like
has
interesting.
potential.
Yeah.
Like, oh, a bunch of dyslexic kids, you
Yeah.
know, suffering during Christmas
Yeah,
time.
I've heard only bad things.
Yeah.
So
Ugh,
because I was
yikes.
like, that sounds like something, but yeah,
It's a good premise.
it is.
Interesting.
I'm kind of having a blast just talking
Well,
about Christmas.
Just talking about
Random
Christmas.
Christmas.
Absolutely.
If we're gonna talk about Christmas, I definitely want to know, do you guys think the Christine, I forgot her last name, video that was like viral like every year, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, like do you think
Oh.
that that's funny or no?
No. She's
No.
also like had a lot happen in the last
She
like couple
has,
years.
yeah,
that, like,
she
tanked
fell off
that,
for
yeah.
sure, but I remember
Mm.
there was a time where
Christine
like
Sodaico.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, yes,
Mary
yes.
Chrysler.
yeah. Oh,
I hated when
that.
people said that. I'm like,
Ugh,
just
didn't even crack a smile. Like,
move on.
just-
I'm like, just go
Oh
on.
I
my
definitely
gosh.
used it at one point, but it was like,
You
Mm.
I
definitely-
mean, not anytime recent. Like,
Mhm.
not in the last 5 years or more. If I had
Yeah.
to,
I
like,
think like
take a guess.
maybe jokingly to a
Yeah.
friend, like to one of you, I've
Well, yeah,
said
for
maybe
sure,
like
for
Yeah.
sure.
Merry Christmas or Merry Chrysler, but I'm like
Yeah.
not to like
actually-
a real.
yeah, like
Yeah.
some people put that as their Instagram captions, and I'm like,
Mm.
Low key,
delete
it
it.
might have been me. I'm gonna look
Mm.
later, but
probably in
are-
your
it
archives.
would have been like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
there was
wouldn't have
definitely a
been-
time where
Yeah.
you just had to say it. I have two other things that also go on during the holiday season. I want your opinion
Yeah,
on.
absolutely.
I'm just hijacking stuff. It's just
We
coming
love it.
off-
It's
coming
our
off the,
podcast. We love
Yeah.
it.
the flood, the seat of my pants.
I
Number
love it.
one, the controversy that people have about saying Happy Holidays
Okay,
instead of
I low key have it's not really a story, but little like anecdote about
okay,
this.
let's hear it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So my family, we do not like, we're fine with Christmas. We're fine with holidays, right? Like we'll do a Merry Christmas. We'll do a Happy Holidays. Either one is fine. But my dad has some people that he's friends with on Facebook that they are so adamant about the Merry Christmas. They cannot have a Happy
Mm.
Holidays situation. Like,
Oh,
you know the vibe.
yeah.
My dad's pretty petty, and someone like put like a Merry Christmas post out there, and he commented on one like 8 years ago, Happy Holidays.
I love.
And me and my
love.
sister bring it up every year because he just
Yeah.
like he did it just to be petty. Like
Yeah.
he
I
says
love
Merry
that.
Christmas to people all the time, but because
Yeah.
Exactly.
he knew this guy hated Happy Holidays, he
Yeah.
commented on Facebook and was just like Happy Holidays.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just
I love
like,
that.
yeah, we love to see.
Oh, that
Absolutely.
Starbucks cup controversy was like
Please.
just
Mm.
you would think that they were writing like just the worst thing. Like that was such a time, you know.
I do think like the Happy Holidays thing, people need to let it go.
Mhm.
Like I understand for you, Christ is the season, and I
Mhm.
respect that. But
Christ
Yeah.
is the reason for the season.
The
Yeah,
reason for the
yeah.
season, for sure.
But you
Yeah.
know, this could be said at any time during the year in this country.
Exactly.
It's like
I'm just
there
saying,
is like
like,
freedom of religion, and
first of all,
Happy Holidays. Is
Yeah.
Mhm.
perfectly.
I'm just
fine.
saying, I like start it before Thanksgiving, and then I just go. I'm like, Happy Holidays, Happy
Yeah.
Holidays, until
Yeah.
like
Well, yeah,
mid,
because
like first week of
it's-
January. Like,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
New
Happy
Year's,
Holidays,
it's Thanksgiving,
'cause,
it's
like,
everything. Yeah.
everything is going on during that period of time, and so I'm like, why are we just
Mhm.
like? Now I have to discover what
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
holiday use
Yeah, because then they're Jehovah's
do,
Witness,
and then
and then they don't
then
do
they're like,
Christmas, or they're
yeah, and I'm
Jewish,
like,
and they
okay,
do
Hanukkah, like they're
Kwanzaa.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, happy
It's too much.
holidays.
Yeah,
It's
just
too much.
encompass everybody. Just keep it simple.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
Other one, did you guys experience the Santa tracker on like website?
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl, I got by him. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
we all did,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I was on that
Yeah.
site.
NORAD.
Yeah.
Yeah, NORAD logging
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
Refreshing every minute. Like, you're
It's
like, where
like-
is he?
I know it's only 4 p.m. like wherever I am,
Yeah,
but like
right.
I'm refreshing. Like I know he's not coming until
Yes.
midnight, but like I'm refreshing. I'm on the site. Like, come on.
Yes.
Where are you?
Man,
Yes, that was
I
one
was a
of-
geographer. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I knew where
I was
places were
pinpointing,
that
How
you
many
would
like,
miles?
never
okay,
heard of.
How
Yeah.
fast is he and the reindeer going? Like, here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Oh man, what a time!
Gosh.
What
Did
a
you
time.
guys, did your like neighborhoods when you were kids like have the fire trucks with the Santas like come
Mhm.
through it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, mine
That was
didn't. That sounds fun.
that was such like a pleasure, like a
Yeah.
treat.
It
Like
really
just-
was. It really brought everyone together.
put
in the
lights on
neighborhood.
it,
Like,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like Santa and Mrs. Claus are just standing there waving. And like
That's fun.
even now, like they'll come through our neighborhood.
Oh,
And me
yeah.
and my sister Jay will be like,
I'd love, yeah.
and then my mom's like, oh my gosh, Santa and Mrs.
Do we know
Claus
when
are
this
outside."
is? We're gonna be in Nova.
It's
before-
usually just like the first or the week or so before Christmas.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
random.
It's
Like
just a
fire
random time.
stations.
I'm
Yeah.
But
gonna
you'll
ask Scott if he
hear-
remembers that because he's
you'll
never mentioned.
hear-
But he lives right across from you, basically.
You'll hear the like kind of like a siren, but not like a crazy like something, or
Mhm.
they'll honk the horn or something, and
Yeah.
then you're like, oh my gosh, they're here.
That sounds so fun.
That was such a good
Such a
time.
fond
That was
memory,
a good memory.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have any holiday lore that you'd like to have? Because I have like one very prominent one.
I
felt-
have one. First of all, when we were like, okay, we'll decide, like, we're talking about like holiday lore, I texted my sisters. I said, do you guys have any like core memories over the holidays? Older sister, nope. And I said, okay. I just remember there was one time when my younger sister was like 5 years old. She has to have been 5 to 7. And then me and my older sister literally grabbed her, tied her against the like Christmas tree pole. Like my mom was putting on the like, we have a
Okay,
fake
yeah.
tree. So my mom was putting on the like things, but we were like, and we like tied her, wrapped her on the thing. And then we were like, okay, putting lights on you. And I was like, here we are. But that was a
Poor
funny
Jay.
hee hee ha ha moment. But
That's kind of cute of you guys.
That's
Like,
kind of
it's like
it.
a
And we
little
have-
bullying, but I love.
I-
Like, it's a sister thing.
I mean,
It's a
she's
sister.
5 years younger than me, 8
Yeah,
years younger
yeah.
than Jordan. Like, you have to
it was
be
not that serious.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that serious. And we have a picture. There's a picture of
We
her
need to
wrapped
see.
up in it, and I
Oh
need
my
to find it
gosh.
because it like pops up sometimes on my like Tide Hop or whatever, and I'm like, oh, I need to save it this time around when it pops up. But
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we need to see
Mm.
that.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
For sure.
Oh man.
A lot of mine are like kind of like other holiday related. So like there's Thanksgiving, New
Mhm.
Year's, like whatever. But generally my family kind of treats the holidays like every other day. Yeah, we used to go shopping on Thanksgiving. We go to the movies on Christmas. So
Yeah.
Chalet Miz on Christmas. Nikki and I went to the movies last year on Thanksgiving, and then I've been on a first date on Easter.
Ooh.
What else? Like, I mean, we were just
First date
like
on
treating
Easter
these
is funny.
we're treating these things like real,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, they're
every
normal
other
days.
day.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just what you make the holiday. I mean, I think so.
Exactly. But one of the biggest kind of lore stories in my family that comes up, I mean, obviously you guys know the slackline story. That one
Yes.
was
I was thinking about that last.
'cause
Yeah.
that was Thanksgiving.
I was too, honestly.
That was on my brain for
we
sure.
talked about
yeah.
it last because the photo came up again, you know, where I'm
Oh,
falling asleep
man.
at dinner. Anyway,
Mhm.
but then there was another one. This was before that. I think we were maybe still in high school, Nikki and I. We were in Northern Virginia for Thanksgiving at my aunt's house, and a couple of like my uncles were there. You did hear this, I think. And my dad and his brothers don't necessarily get along. And they got in a fight about like, I don't know, my dad didn't like the way my uncle was treating either his son or his wife or whatever. Like they were being weird. And my dad like straight up tried to fight him on Thanksgiving. Just like bucked up the two of them, and they were like in each other's faces. My dad at the time was like on dialysis, like 100 pounds max. Like the man is like rickety, and
and he's like, you oughta, why I oughta,
like my uncle. And I remember because there's like two sides of my dad's family. So my mom was like, and we're out of here. And we like went to the other family. And my dad acted like nothing happened the rest of the day. Nikki and I are sitting in this car.
Why
like,
would he?
Well, exactly. He thinks nothing is wrong.
Exactly.
Oh my God. And then when we got back, his brother wasn't there. Like they left. So it was like, they just, I guess, they probably never talked about it realistically.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot going on that side of the family. But yeah, like
it's always the dad's side of the family.
It really is. It really is. And it's always like 0 to 100. You know what I mean? It's like, they're just chilling. And then all of a sudden everybody's ready to like swing. And it's like, what are you? It's Thanksgiving, for God's sake. We just went around the table.
We're like, I'm thankful for family, for friends. Why,
what to bring to dinner? A knuckle sandwich.
No, literally. And low key, so this is a separate story, but like Thanksgiving must rile us up because there was one year, and you'll remember this, the Jonas Brothers were playing the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yes.
Nikki slept through it, and she wakes up. We're at my aunt's house again. She comes storming out, and she's like, "Who didn't wake me up? I told you guys to wake me up so I could watch the Jonas Brothers."
Yeah.
And like she would not let it go. I swear to God, if we ask her today, she would be pissed about it still. It's like, girl,
I would be too.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
She's justified. That was an iconic performance.
The Manleys on Thanksgiving are ready to swing, baby. That's why we're Black Friday shoppers.
Oh gosh.
Absolutely. You're like, let me take this pent up energy to them all.
I know. God, what a mess.
So funny.
Oh, I love that. That's great. Oh gosh, that's a good time. I don't have any fighting stories, unfortunately, for my family.
I shouldn't have more than one. But...
No, she's like, let me list them off.
I know.
I guess the main thing for my lore is around Christmas. So my grandma, this is the same grandma that like doesn't like to call them deviled eggs. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I thought about that when I saw them for Thanksgiving. I'm like,
yeah, can't call them deviled eggs. She didn't let me watch Cat Dog like at her house because it was unnatural. Couldn't read Harry Potter because it was witchcraft, all this stuff. So like she's very particular about things like that. But there is something that my grandma has done every year since before I was born, so over 30 years of time. Anything that she buys that is Santa related, anything, she paints him brown. Like,
absolutely.
She takes.
You don't have to say anything else.
I mean, she's right.
Period. End of story.
I'm not talking
Black
about
Santa
like,
for sure. Black Santa for sure.
All the way.
And
that's what my aunts have too. I'm like,
sure some of them look crazy.
Some of them look
like some of those old
terrifying. Like when I say like. I didn't realize
because the old decorations are already kind of creepy sometimes, like just generally because it was such a different time, right? Like,
and it's a Santa with like white features, but he's brown, so it's very confusing. And
I love that.
I honest to God, I didn't know she was painting him until like one year while I like looked at like one of them. I'm like, the strokes are like it just looked really bad. Like so, I just always assumed Santa was black. Like my grandma had black Santas, whatever. And then I noticed, I asked her, I'm like, are you painting Santa brown? She's like, you got to, like, that's what you got to do. I'm like, I appreciate that, but like, it got to a point where I'm like, oh my gosh, it's now they make brown Santas.
Right,
like you can buy a brown Santa. No. She will paint him. It's the tradition of sitting down and getting the paint.
Taking a white man and making him black. Like I love that. Honestly,
symbolically. And it's not even like she uses the same brown. Like sometimes the brown is like a sandy brown. Sometimes the brown is like a deep
diversity. Diversity idea. Like what are we talking about?
We're covering all the shades here. And it's just, I gotta see if I can like get my dad to take a picture or something because she just has a collection of like random brown Santas and it's just
the best. I mean, she does the same thing with anything that was Jesus too, of like painting him brown. But
she's right.
Yeah, she's right for that.
Like she's she's totally right. But I just thought it was like so.
It is
so
interesting
funny.
that she still does it because, like you said, like you can just go and buy it
Yeah.
now, and she
Yeah.
still is like.
I know
"That's
there was one time she was really proud. I think she got it at Hobby Lobby
okay."
of like this really big like brown Santa statue to keep at the front door, and the thing was there for way past Christmas. Like
of
he
course,
was like standing guard at this point. Like he was there, like a part of the family, this brown Santa. But man, yeah, what a good time.
That's a good one.
So
Brown
funny.
Santa. I love seeing all the different racial Santas. I don't know if you guys have seen like a Hispanic Santa, like just the different Santas.
I don't really look too much.
Oh, I have.
I don't buy that much. Like I have the same stuff every year. Christmas tree, call it a day. You know, like Christmas lights I got hand me down from somebody. Like I'm not out in these stores like that. Really.
They're not in stores. I mean, like I've just seen them like online.
Okay.
Someone's like making like a Hispanic Santa or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't seen any.
So
like coming up on Etsy.
Yeah. You know, like trying to get you as close as you can, I guess.
Yeah.
But I love the fights that people have. Like Santa's not black, and it's like Santa's not real.
Well, exactly.
Let's start with that.
Let's start there.
Flying across the world one day.
Giving
everyone presents.
And my nephew's like, what if you don't have a chimney? And it's like,
exactly,
you got me. Like, you're totally right. What if you don't have a chimney?
They come through the front door.
And then that's a lot.
Did someone tell you that Santa wasn't real, or did you kind of like piece it together, like generally? Just curious.
So my parents were divorced, so I had 2 Christmases.
Oh, okay.
So like
2 things coming from Santa.
In my head, it just like didn't make sense that Santa was going to hit both houses. Like
it kind of does, but I know what you mean. Where like at a certain age too, you're like Christmas for 2.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like I just like figured it out, or just kind of like eventually was just like, oh, like I don't remember the switch between like I believe in Santa to I don't. But also like RM was always like, Jesus is the reason.
Right.
Let's read the full Christmas story, like Jesus' birth story before. So I was first of all, I was shocked that she even had gifts from Santa like under the tree, but she did.
We would get like letters from Santa just like on random stuff. Like I got a guitar one year and I had a letter from Santa about it. Like, but not every gift had one necessarily. But I would also get letters from the Tooth Fairy because I loved the Tooth Fairy. I dressed up as the Tooth Fairy for like 4 or 5 years as like a Halloween situation. Like
that adds up.
Yeah, right. Although now the dentist, my arch nemesis. Anyway,
I was just about to say.
So
foreshadowing.
No, literally.
But yeah, so we would get letters from like Santa from the Tooth Fairy, and as I got older, I don't remember what age it was. It was probably like middle school time frame. I just remember like going to my mom and being like, "So I have noticed that like Santa and the Tooth Fairy have the same handwriting because like it's my mom. Like it's like
she's like, scribbling it down before.
Like, exactly. And she just looks at me and says, "Don't tell your sister." That was it. I was like, okay,
fair enough.
Got it.
Fair enough.
Got it.
Yeah. That's
luckily Phoenix is believing in Santa right now, and I don't know how many times I've had to say, "I'm calling Santa."
Oh my god!
He's like,
"You keep
after,
it up. I'm calling Santa," and he's like, "Hey,
whoa,
hold on now. Don't call him. Don't call the big man. I'll get my phone out." And he's like, "No, I'll be good." I'm like, "Okay."
You should change someone's number to Santa. Not that he can like read like that, but like
I'm finding whatever I gotta find to keep this facade alive. I mean, as long as I can.
Fun for him though too, like the magic of it all. You know, I mean, there's kind of like that aspect too. So it's not just the fear.
No,
I mean it is both. But.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's exciting to wake up on like Christmas Day and be like, "Oh my God, Santa came!" You know, like so absolutely for sure.
My mom made a joke about it last week at Thanksgiving. She's like, "Everybody needs to be good so Santa will come." And I was like, yeah.
Fair enough.
Cody was acting bad. I was like, "Cody, you need your eating pad. you need to get it together, girl.
Listen up."
Seriously.
I'm like, girl.
So funny.
Oh man. Speaking of other holiday stuff, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you at wrapping gifts?
Good question.
Because I'm a solid 5, depending on the shape.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like I've gotten better. I would say I'm like a 6.5 now. Like I've gotten better. I was like giving, well, first of all, I was giving, here's a gift bag. Like that's what I was doing because I was like,
smart.
I don't feel like doing that.
It looked like you were co-signing, so I was like, "Are you still doing bags? Because then you're below 5."
I said smart. Like that's what I should have been doing.
Right.
But I wrap some. I'm just again too lazy. If it's like a crazy shape, I'm like gift bag. If not, I'm like, okay, here's a book. You know, wrapped. What about y'all?
I was gonna say like a 7, but now I'm like rethinking it. I don't know because I feel like I used to be good at it, and then this year I've been like struggling. But also the other thing that's happening at my home, Scott is wrapping gifts. Love that for him. Like I will not be wrapping the gifts that you bought for other people, but the way he cuts the paper
sabotage.
is not adding up.
Sabotaging you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I went to cut something yesterday and the paper is like jagged. Like literally like he cut just the bottom out of one. And
that's crazy.
Like I made it work, but it's like it's making it like a little difficult to like work around
for
that.
sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And he's like, he cuts it too big and then he folds it and then he cuts it. And I'm like, you should cut it before you fold it. So there's like things happening at my home that I'm like, aren't really adding up.
You're like, you should have your own little like tube of wrapping paper and this is mine.
And it's tough because we have kind of a mix of different types of wrapping paper because if it's better quality wrapping paper, I can wrap the gift better. But we have some kind of like cheaper, thinner paper. Girl, it is ripping when I fold it. And I'm
even when you try to do like the cuts and then it like rips off and you're like, hello, I was just cutting this. But
and the other thing that I'm thinking about, Scott's mom like on purpose will cut it too big so that way she can fold it and make like a beautiful design before taping it.
So does Alex's mom.
So I'm like, that's definitely like a 9 or a 10, right? So like now I'm thinking like maybe not a 7, but there's so many variables too.
Exactly.
Like the shape of the gift, the wrapping paper.
It's always the corners that mess me up. Always. You never know how to tuck it into.
Well, that's the thing. And I used to be really good at that. And now it's like bubbling. I'm like, what are we like? How is that happening? Yeah. So I don't know. It's been hit or miss.
The gag is you already wrapping gifts. Like, first of all, I
haven't even started.
I low-key have
I don't even know if I don't. Well, no, I have some gifts that are already in Burke, but I'm like, hello, you wrapping?
I went to the store because we were looking for, I don't remember what. Scott did want to look for someone for Christmas. And tell me why the first gift that I bought this year for Christmas, I'm so sorry, is for Phoenix.
You got Phoenix a gift?
Yes, I wasn't going to because like whatever.
Yeah.
But then I saw it and I was like, I'm getting this for Phoenix.
Oh my gosh.
/ Adia. So it was the first gift I bought this year, which was so funny. I'm like, I wasn't even looking for him necessarily, but it was just like when you see it, it'll be like, okay, we get it. We get it.
That's so cute.
I was just like, what are the odds? Like I have all these like both of you generally, but it was like we were just out and about and I was like, I think let's get that for Phoenix and Adia.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, this year was definitely gonna be like the year that I got out of that I didn't have a job, so I just knitted. I crocheted people a bunch of gifts, and
it was going to be
this year was going to look the same. Like, all right, everyone's getting something that's crocheted, whether it's a scarf or a square, I don't know, but it's gonna be something. But I get a Christmas bonus for my job, which is great.
Nice.
So I got a little something going on there, but I was trying to put together a Christmas list of obviously the 500 kids.
Yeah.
So there's Scott's daughters.
Yeah.
There's Phoenix, and then there's my nephew. And you all know my nephew's the most expensive.
Your nephew, the icon that he is.
Yeah, exactly.
I went home.
Auntie, I need $20.
Literally.
And then just a text.
I need it in PayPal actually, or whatever.
He's like, don't send it to me in Apple Pay. What are you talking about?
No, he I saw him last weekend. We're like watching a movie or something, and he just keeps looking at me. And I'm like, what? What could you possibly need? Right. He's like, Auntie, I just wanted to know. He shows me his phone. He's already got fucking DoorDash pulled up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Takis and Fanta for a $4 order. He's like, can you get this for me? I'm like, the 7-Eleven is right there.
Yeah, we're gonna go pick this up.
We're walking.
I literally took him, got him in the car.
Good.
I got it for him, but like,
but it was so much
like
cheaper.
Random stuff like that.
Yeah,
hilarious. He's like, Auntie, I'm just so thirsty. I really need a snack. I just, there's no drink in this house. I really need a snack.
There's water in the water faucet.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Every time he's like, he wants a Fanta. So I'll be nice. I'm like, okay, I'll go get you something. What do you want? The man has a whole, and I call him a man.
Of course.
The man has a whole roster of things. He's like, I want gummies. I want Fanta. I need
choose one. One of each.
So I call him like, listen, they don't have the hot fries, like, or they don't have. First of all, I said, I'm not buying you Takis. Those you're gonna send you to the hospital. I'm not buying you Takis. What else do you want? Give me some hot fries. I get him the bag that says hot fries.
Right.
Yeah. You know the blue bag with the cap or whatever. I get in the car. He opens the bag. Huh. Auntie, these are hot fries. I said, hold on.
Yeah, what are we?
Read these words with me.
Yeah. Pulls up the correct bag of hot fries that I should have gotten on Google Images.
Is it like a Cheetos brand?
It's the Chester
Cheeto. I fucking knew it.
Hot fries brand. And I said, if you don't eat that damn bag of fries, I said, what did you tell me you wanted? Hot fries.
Right.
What does the bag say? Hot fries. What did you
There
get?
we go. Moving
hot
on.
Fries.
Yeah.
He's like, but it's not what I wanted.
Nope.
I said,
it probably honestly tastes the same.
They do.
Low-key, the blue ones came first, I think.
Yeah.
They did. I've been
Chester
having those
Cheeto.
for time. Yeah.
Yes.
So Takis was way like 2 years ago. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, brand new.
Anyway, but
he's like kind of an icon though. But Chris,
literally Christmas list. He sent me his Christmas list.
God.
It was like $180 Nike backpack for basketball. I said, I'm not getting you a basketball backpack when you're not even on the basketball team. Like,
it's like he's looking to the future.
Yes.
He's manifesting.
Let's get on the team and then we
practice.
can talk. Like
Let's
he
do
wants
some-
like LeBron's in the bag. I'm like, get on the team. Get on the team. And then we can talk. So he sends me a bunch of like basketball clothes, like the slick shirts, whatever they wear now. He's like, he sends me weekly updates. Auntie, it's on sale now. Are you going to get it now? I'm like, no. Christmas is literally in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to chill. And why do you have like email alerts for when things go on sale? Like, let's start there. So yeah, he's already one thing. The girls are like easy, but it's like,
it's another thing though.
It's just another thing. Feeney, I'm just like going to take him to Great Wolf Lodge. Like,
honestly, he's going to have a blast.
He's got so many other people like getting him stuff that I don't like. I mean, of course I'll get like small stuff, but and then Scott, it was so hard to buy for because I think I told you guys he's like a cartoon character. He likes like the same 3 things. He does like the same 3 things. He wears the same 3 things. Like he's a very like
planned type.
Yes. And like I've gotten him stuff for his birthday. I got him like a chain. He wore it. He likes it, but like he just keeps
it's not like
it.
an everyday
item. Or like I got him like
I guess,
other stuff that he likes and everything. So like I don't know what to get him. So I asked him, and he said that there's like this pill case, like this metal pill case. I'm like, great, okay, yeah. That's
you say a pill case,
like for medication.
Okay.
Like like the daily pill case.
Yeah.
And he said it was like a nice one. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I looked it up. $100 for
for a pill case
because it's metal and it's magnetic and like it has
$40 max. Like what are we talking?
That's what I was thinking. I look on there and it's like, mind you, it's like a 5-day, a 7-day, a 14 slot set. Like it's so. I was like, how am I gonna justify $100?
For a pill
case.
That's
at this
crazy.
point, I will go get some metal down at the shipyard. Like,
I'll weld it for you. Like we'll do it. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
It's
so
because like he would use it, but then it's like, but the justification just like is not.
I know,
there.
but then I
$100 for a pill case is literally insane,
and he doesn't ask for anything, so it's not like. I mean, I could do it, but it's like, okay, I really need to go donate plasma then to make this happen. Like, this is one plasma donation.
Because like I know you asked for like the jersey, and it's like that is like such a like it's kind of limited edition.
Yeah.
It's like you will wear it. It's like kind of a bigger item.
Yeah.
Like a pill, like you'll wear it out and about. You're not bringing a pill case places. Like besides maybe like a vacation situation, but like it's not like it's gonna be out and about or anything.
But it's like, how far do you go with like a Christmas list? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some people that like itemize their Christmas list and submit those. And then there's other people like, well, I kind of like this or that or whatever. It's like, where are you in the committal for getting people's stuff on a list?
Getting people things?
Yeah. I feel like
it depends on the person. I feel like
because my sister me a list, and I'm not.
Nikki sent you a list.
Yeah, well, so Nikki and I both made one to send to my mom.
Just both of
us said it doesn't like we did Amazon because it's like easy, right? You can just add stuff. But both of us were like, you don't have to get it on Amazon. Like it could be whatever. And so like I've been getting stuff for her, but like not on like just like as an idea, like a reference, right?
Yeah,
it's like, She told me she needs a new backpack. Like okay, that's something she will use. Like it's not just like I don't know. I've seen some of those lists on TikTok that are just like crazy, like
absurd,
like face care type stuff. It's like we're just doing things as like here's a point of reference, right? Like Scott asked for like wooden cutting boards because he's really worried about microplastics. I'm like, first of all, we're 30 and grew up in the 90s, but like
been into microplastics, but
so exactly. Yeah. So it's like that's on the list. But it's not like a real, like it's real, but it's whatever. Like it's not. So like depending, like Nikki, like sure, or like, but I feel like for most people, like Tina, she's not gonna send me a list. I'm not. I'm just gonna guess with what I think she likes. Type thing. So
exactly. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Erin.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I feel like I'm also like similar vibes. Like my older sister sent us a very detailed list for her kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, can't we just be like a ball, some Legos, like something? But like, she's like, no, this specific one, then tell me, then blah blah blah. And I'm like, it just takes the fun out of it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But like, I mean, that's what the kids want, and so I'm like, okay, whatever. And then for my sister, my younger sister, we tend to just mass purchase whenever we mass purchase, like whatever. And then we're like, okay, this is your Christmas gift. This is your Christmas gift. Like she bought me my Christmas gift in June because like we were together, we were out shopping, and I was like, wow, I really want this. She was like, I'll buy it for you, but it's for Christmas. I said, okay.
Yeah. That's the good part about siblings sometimes is it just makes it easy. It's
just more casual.
Exactly. But for like other people, I'm like, you'll get what you get, you know?
And don't throw a fit. What's your number one thing on your Christmas list?
Every year, my number one thing is money from my parents. I'm like,
of course,
please. But this year, I actually did make a list for my mom because my sister was like, she hates that, and I was like, when you just send money send just money. And I was like, but that's the thing I need, and that's the thing that's most helpful to me. But I was like, okay, I'll throw like a Dodgers jersey or like something like on this. So I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, money. That's my number. My number one.
Okay.
This year I did add something that I like nobody should get me. You know what I mean? It's like this is not something that anybody needs to buy for me, but like I put it on there because I will not be buying it for myself. But like I love the idea. Okay. This is so stupid. Lego came out with like a Dune crossover. Yeah. They have the ornithopter. And I was like, I want that. Because I've been building some Legos. Like Scott's had some random car ones sitting around the house. And I've been having the time of my life building these Legos.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But they're so expensive.
They really are.
Not just like I went to Walmart once and I saw it there and I was just like, I can't buy this.
Yeah.
And like I added it to the list and I'm like, it's on here, but please nobody.
Yeah,
like, it's in good conscience. Nobody buys it.
A Hail Mary gift.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
It's more just like maybe one day. I don't know. It's more like a wish list, maybe, because it's like if I get that, I don't know. Like I'm gonna feel so bad for even putting it on there. But it's
like
just
guilty.
But I just like couldn't leave it off because I was looking at it and I'm like, I just want it. Like I just want it. But
I mean, that's what like the wish lists are. Like, I mean, it's just like things you want. You just put it out there and you're like, okay, well.
But yeah, I have practical things on there. So like
that's good. It's a
it better
it's a
not
good balance.
There. Yeah.
Good balance. You'd actually be like mad if someone got it because like, you're like, what the hell did you like why did you do that?
I know how much it is, and I have not spent that much on anybody at
Mhm.
all. So it's like,
Yeah.
if that shows up somewhere, there's gonna be a problem for
Well,
sure
you're in
on
luck.
my end.
Well,
You're
here
in luck.
it is. Like
Are
me and
you
Nadia
dead?
actually.
Keep going, you know.
But at Lego, if you're listening, I would love it. The way that there's no way, like, oh god,
You never know.
there's no way.
Alex works at Walmart. I might be able to get a
The way
discount.
those prices are,
Alex
Lego's
works
not
at
sending me anything
I'll
for free.
find it on DHgate for 30
I'm
bucks.
on Depop now, like looking for it.
Find it on
Oh my
Temu.
gosh. Oh my god, imagine there's like 2 pieces. What do you have on there, Adia?
My main gift, which I already know I got, is the Ovechkin Screaming Eagle black jersey.
Yeah.
Scott sent me a picture of a crop of it. I guess it finally came.
Okay. So it's shipped and it's already there.
It's there, but he sent me like just like a picture of the tag. And I'm like, I already know you got this.
Right.
So
yeah,
but yes,
no need to be secretive about it. Like I know you
No.
purchased it. But
No, he did tell me he got me something that I'm going to cry over. It is customized. And then he told me it was $230. And I'm like,
gosh.
So I told him, I said, that's
plus the jersey?
Plus the jersey. And I'm like,
you can get the metal pill box.
Yeah. We're circling back to the pill.
So I'm like, yes, I have.
You have to get the metal.
Yeah, and there's like an engraving option, so
and
I'm
like
I
a
have to do that
2 week
too.
moment.
I can't be like, here's a scarf, and you bought me
Yeah.
my all time like favorite jersey and something.
Also something to make me cry that's customized.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna get the pill box. I'll just go donate some plasma, call it a day. Like it.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that. It sounds like it's gonna be an amazing Christmas.
I know. I mean, and that's all I needed. Like that's great. But of course, in my mind, the first thing I said, like when he told me like those hints, I was like, that's a really cheap engagement ring.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was thinking. He said someone to cry. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, okay.
No.
I mean,
no, he's not proposing. He's definitely not proposing.
It could be like a promise ring.
Yeah, maybe.
I could see that.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I could see that, but it's definitely not an engagement ring. I know that for sure because I told him if it's not at least like X figures and looks like that, like I already know that's not what it is.
Yeah.
And plus he's buying a house, so it's like a purchase like that. You can't you can't like
not right
big
now
purchases, but a girl can dream. A girl can dream. Well,
you're gonna cry either way.
What a chaotic
I know.
episode.
No, literally.
I mean, I feel like the way it started, it kind of had to be chaotic. There's no way it was going to be a chill episode, you know? Maybe we just start coming in and just let
things come out.
Let the words come out of our mouths, honestly.
And just
have a general idea and just be like,
so roll with it. Yeah. But that does bring us to the end of the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Our weekly loves and our weekly icks. Would anyone like to go first?
I can.
Okay. I have my list, but it's on my phone too.
I have to take a picture of mine on this like iPad that I have because like my phone is also my obviously screen. So but I'm like, here we go. Okay. I have two loves. My loves soda. I've been in a soda mood the past 2 weeks. And I think it was because like I bought a soda when I was driving to San Francisco. And then I was like, this is good. I need a soda for eating my dinner when I got to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I need a soda here. I need a soda there. Need a soda on the way back. Got a soda with my I've just been a soda girly. Another love, sidelined the QB and I, the 2B movie. It was just giving cheesy, giving like fun rom-com, like obviously they're in high school. This is with Noah Beck. Noah Beck.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like this girl who's a dancer. They're both seniors in high school. She's on the cheer team and a dancer trying to go to like Cal Arts or something for college, and she has to practice her solo or she won't, make the cut. And that's where her mom went. And then he's the quarterback of the, ball team. And he's like, "What's up, cheer?" And she's like, "Oh, what's up, QB?" Or like, it's so cheesy. But I was like, okay, I'm living for this. And then it was also kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It was just like I was like, oh, I'm not relating to these characters. Well, obviously because I'm 30 and they're in high school, but the brother of the dancer was one of the guys on Riverdale. And so he was a teenager in these, but now he's like the high school football coach, her legal guardian, and like all this. And I was like, oh, so that was a man who was like a high schooler. But my ex, one moving, it was just a mess. And also like I had to come back. I drove back on Saturday, took a short nap, immediately started moving my stuff into my new room. And then like Sunday, my friend, shout out Skylar, came and helped me move like the big stuff. And I was like, this is a mess. And then I was sick. And anyway.
I love her.
Yeah, we love Skylar. And then my second ick of the day is my day being ruined by a group of men because they can't get their act together when playing their sport. You know, like
games.
The Tottenham Hotspurs, the England football club, like it's so painful to be a Spurs fan. And I got my friend Cammie, you know Cammie. I got Cammie into loving them. And so now every time they play, we text each other and we're like, we're in pain. This is so painful. Like, why are you not making these moves? Why are you not scoring goals? Why are you not? It's just a mess. But I love that team so much. I will not be like changing them. And then I also love the coach so much. And he's so inspiring and like really like helps the guy, like riles guys up and like inspires them. And I'm like, they just seem like a family. And I'm like, I hate that my hyperfixation is causing me 2 to 3 times a week to be disappointed. Anyway.
I'm right there with you. I'm gonna piggyback off that. And that's one of my icks for this week is the Caps losing to the San Jose Sharks, which is so the Caps are like number 1 in the division right now, like killing it. And they lost to the Sharks, who I think are like out of 32 teams, they're like 31.
Yeah.
Like
that's literally how it's been. Yeah, that's how like how it's been for the Spurs. They were like number 7 and then they were like losing to these like there are only 20 teams in the Premier League. They were losing to teams that are like number 18, 19, but then they're beating teams who are number 2. So I'm like, what? Can I please have a day? Can I please have a moment?
What's going on? So yeah, I feel you on that. That's one of my icks too. Like that was trash. My other ick for the week, I have a chipped tooth. I don't know how I got a chipped tooth, but I had like it felt weird, right? And I like it felt weird, and like obviously when I've been brushing my teeth and stuff, I like kind of noticed it, but it wasn't like
didn't stand out.
Yeah, like, and then I was talking to Scott. I was like, "Oh, I feel like there's something in my teeth. Like, can you see?" He's like, "Oh, is it like your chipped tooth?" I'm like, "My what?" Right.
You just said that so loosey goosey. My chipped tooth.
I was like, "My what?" He's like, "Yeah, your tooth is chipped." When did that happen? I'm like,
when did you notice that, Scott?
Right. Like, I was freaking out, and I feel like it's gotten worse. Like, I don't remember it looking like that bad.
Well, I didn't even notice, and then you like kept zooming in on your Instagram.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wait, okay, yeah.
Well, that's how it's been for me. Like I literally like
had no idea.
No, and now it's like it's all I can think about, and I literally
obviously, yeah.
It's just because you can't get it back. That's the thing. It's not like you can't grow back, whatever. And I don't want to go to the dentist for like how minuscule it is.
We
like,
hate the dentist.
It's gonna be thousands.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like I might as well just take the whole tooth at that point. Like just give me a gold
give me a
tooth,
falsie. Come on.
Like, I'm just thinking about getting like grills at this point, like just a little gold cap, for my
That's
so that is my other ick. And then my last ick, I started my new job. I love my new job. But it is a Microsoft based company, and I'm a Google girly to the core. And I am struggling. Like I said, I've been on YouTube, trying to figure out what the hell goes on in Microsoft Excel. Like, I don't know where anything is. Like, it's just rough. My love for the week. I stayed up until 3 a.m. last night, hitting the pen.
Yeah.
As you can imagine. And I watched the whole season of Lincoln Lawyer. So literally from like 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. I saved the season finale for today to like give me something to look forward to, so that, you know, and I love this show.
That's
it is just
funny.
It is so good, and there's so many twists and turns. And anyway, I love a good lawyer drama. I did not expect to stay up that late, but like when you hit the pen, like time isn't real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And before I know it, it's 3 a.m.
And watching a good show, like
and I've been trying to watch this season for like a month now, and I just and there wasn't any other time. My love for the week is that so many people are coming together to identify the evils that come from the healthcare industry, and someone has taken it upon themselves to enact justice as they saw fit. And sometimes the people have to do what the people have to do. And uprising, you know, like uprisings might be what we need to change some things. It might be a radical ideology to do what that guy did, but I mean, look at what's been happening. The Blue Cross Blue Shield has pulled back their stuff.
They said, just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't condone what he did. Do I understand it? Sure.
That's what the streets are saying.
I hope
that's
he's
what
never
the
found.
streets are saying. I saw someone like on Twitter, they were like posting, because there was like a CTV or something, like picture of him, and they were like, oh, a cutie. I was like,
oh yeah,
people.
Yeah. The people thirsting over him right now.
I just like, I don't think they're gonna catch this man.
No.
I really don't.
Me
like,
either.
I thought this yesterday, and now we're another 24 hours out, and it's like there's barely a lead,
and they're only offering 10,000.
Yeah.
That's all y'all got. Like, no, Gotham City has better like rewards. And they have Batman, so there's no way anyone is like snitching on this guy.
When I saw like some details of like between the time of the incident and the time that he disappeared, it was like 4 minutes max. It's like 4 minutes. Like, you're never seeing that man again.
Yeah,
you know, like,
quick.
He was in and out.
Yeah.
Like,
well, there is this theory that he left on a city bike, and
I've heard
some guy has said, well, I collect
Yeah.
city bike data, and it turns out
Yeah.
and the Lyft had said like no, which I don't think they would even confirm, even if it was like they don't want to be associated with someone that assassinated like as like the getaway vehicle. So even if they did, they're not gonna be like, yeah, he took our bike. So, but no, like I was like deep in like the analytical stuff of like the gun people, which I've never, you know, gun guys can get crazy, but
talking
they
about
were like
trad wives, talking about guns.
No, but there's a bunch of like gun guys. Mind you, the video was like 2 pixels big.
No, literally.
And the gun guys are like, this is a AK Wesson Smith 94 with a 200 silencer with a double chamber. They were like going in and like, there's no way that this guy knew blah blah blah. And I'm just like, how do you know this? Like it was just really funny to see them just like going bonkers over like a 2 pixel video where you literally don't know anything. And they're like, if he was a good assassin, he wouldn't have hit his calf first. He would have got whatever. I've been talking too long.
Yeah. Although
No.
I was thinking like you were saying like the calf thing.
She's like,
no, he did that on purpose, I think, because of like what was written on each one. So I feel like he did that on purpose.
Yes.
He didn't miss, obviously, for
I
no
agree.
reason.
He had 3 words.
Yeah, exactly. So these guys are like a little wrong in there.
I mean, there was a witness right there. He didn't even bother with her.
Yeah.
There's someone in the car, you know, like there's
So
but I'm pretty sure
that. I was I was trying to think about what I was
yeah,
gonna
you
say
have been.
because I was going with the 3-word thing. Anyway, we got to get off this topic.
So funny.
It's going downhill.
Yeah.
oh boy,
Your love's Nick's, Katie.
Yeah, my ick is how dark it gets so early.
Yeah.
Like we've been in daylight savings, but like it just feels darker. Like at 5 o'clock, it's like pitch black. It's pissing me off. One of my loves, I think it's the only one actually. So I'm in like a Reddit tattoo cover up group. And one of the things that's been happening this week, and I wish I knew how it started, was like every time someone asks for a recommendation on what they should get to cover up their tattoo, the comments are like, you should get a sick ass panther over it. Every single one. And it's like clearly a meme at this point.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, I was like, I see it. And then I kept seeing it on posts and I was like, oh,
and you're like, oh, it's a joke.
Here.
It's a
like,
joke.
Yeah. But it's like, it's really funny because it's random things. Like somebody had like I don't know, like a rune, and they were like, you should get a sick ass panther over that. It's like it gets me every time is the thing. Like I click on them like expecting like a real answer because I'm relatively new to Reddit since we've been doing, like when we started doing Reddit stories, I've been on it now. But so like this is kind of new to me. Like people do it on Facebook all the time, like Facebook groups, they'll run with a meme and just like repost stuff. But this is the first time I've seen it in Reddit. So it's getting me every time. Every time I pull it up, I'm like expecting the meme. I'm expecting the meme to be over and then it's not. And I'm like pleasantly surprised. So I have been having a good time on Reddit this week. So.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well.
Wow.
What can we say, guys? Yeah. What can we
say except
hope you liked this. This roller coaster sleigh ride. And
Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler. Happy holidays to those who celebrate.
Happy holidays to all.
Paint your Santas black and happy holidays to all.
There we go. Next week.
Ho, ho, ho.
See you wherever you listen to podcasts.